Hi, and welcome to Karen's Kitchen Easy. Together with our kitchen basics, tips, and tricks, we're going to make you the star of your kitchen. If you enjoy this video, be sure to check out my YouTube channel and look at the link below this video. It will take you to karenskitcheneasy.com where you can find a printable version of today's recipe. And just remember, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But wait, it is easy and you can do it too. Today's recipe is real macaroni and cheese, really easy that is. And as you can see, macaroni and cheese isn't that difficult to make. In the time that it takes you to make one of those silly box mac and cheese dinners, you can make real macaroni and cheese and amaze your friends and wonder why you didn't do it sooner. So as you can see, we don't have that many ingredients. We just have about 4 ounces of dried macaroni. You can use other types of pasta also. And we're going to start by actually putting it into some boiling water. And the water really does need to be boiling because that keeps your pasta from getting gummy. To that, we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt to the boiling water. So in it goes. Then we're going to actually add about 1 onion that's been pretty finely chopped up, and that's going to give it a little extra sweetness to our dish and make it more homemade. So that's also going to go into the boiling water. Now the rest of the ingredients here are just the sauce, and as you can see, there are just 4 ingredients. Now the 3 ingredients at the bottom of the screen are what go into what is called a bechamel sauce, and that's what we're going to start with. And then the only thing to do then is to add the cheese at the end. Now bechamel is a very simple sauce that's used in a lot of casseroles and dishes. It just has milk, flour, and butter. And we're going to put these on the stove and cook them. And the first thing you're going to do actually is put your milk in the microwave for about a minute to warm up. And that keeps your sauce from getting grainy. So then we're going to go to the stove. And as you can see, we're still using that wonderful little heat diffuser, and that spreads the heat out, and it's going to keep our sauce from sticking and scorching. And it kind of acts as a double boiler. So into our saucepan here, we're going to put our 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to let it melt. And then to that butter, we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of flour, just regular white flour. And we're going to stir it up for a little bit, and you're going to want that to cook for a little bit, because if it doesn't have time to cook, your sauce is going to taste a little floury, and we don't want that. So we stirred it up to get all the lumps out of it, and we're just going to let it cook for a couple of minutes. Now we don't want it to get brown, but it's going to get slightly golden in our pan. And just give it a stir every once in a while. Now when we're all melted, and as you can see, it's gotten a little slight bit golden in the pan, we're going to add our warmed milk to it. Just add it a little bit at a time. And it's going to actually cause our flour and butter mixture, which is called a roux, to thicken. So in goes the milk, and it's already starting to thicken. And then just add the rest of it. And then we're going to stir it to break up any clumps that might still be in there. So just give it a bit of a stir. Again, keeping it on our heat diffuser. Or if you don't have a heat diffuser, you simply have to watch it pretty closely. But at the same time, I'm stirring my pasta to keep it from sticking together. And that pasta is going to cook for about 10 minutes. And our bechamel sauce here is going to cook for about another 5. And at the end of that 5 minutes is going to be a lovely, thickened, creamy texture. So at the end of that 5 minutes, we have a lovely, creamy white sauce, or bechamel. And all we have to do then is add the cheese. Now I haven't salted my sauce because I have salted the water the pasta was cooking in. But when you finish your sauce, you can give it a little taste and see if you want to add any salt to it, or perhaps a grind of pepper or 2, or even a little grate of nutmeg. But now we're going to add our cheese to the sauce, and I have about 1.25 cups of grated cheese here. You can temper that to how cheesy you want your sauce. You can, of course, add more if you want. And let's give it a stir. Now, you do want to grate the cheese because it's going to melt much faster. And you do need to watch your sauce at this point. And we're just going to stir it until it all melts and incorporates and makes a lovely golden sauce. Now, I've used cheddar cheese here, but again, you can use your imagination. And there's certainly a lot of other cheeses out there that you can experiment with. Cheeses that melt. You want cheeses that melt pretty easily. But here we have a lovely golden cheese sauce, and I've already drained the pasta and onion mixture, and I've put it into a bowl, and all that remains then is to pour our beautiful cheddar cheese sauce over the pasta. And here we have it, our 4 ounces of pasta in a bowl with our cooked onions, and we're simply going to pour the cheese sauce over top. Now, it looks like a lot here as I'm pouring it over, but the pasta is actually going to absorb some of this sauce. It's going to make it taste better, but you simply cannot put too much sauce on your macaroni and cheese. So here we have it, and all remains for us to do is give it a stir. And so we get it all evenly distributed with our pasta. Now you can take this one step further. You can actually put it into an oven-proof bowl and sprinkle the top with some breadcrumbs and put it in the oven. Now what the breadcrumbs do is to keep the top from drying out. If you put this in the oven at about 350 degrees for approximately half an hour, it helps your flavors to kind of meld together. So that is definitely another option. And of course you can add other things to your mac and cheese too. You can add, chopped up bits of sausage, ground beef, ham. So you have a ham and cheese. There are so many varieties you can do, and just use your imagination. Just remember, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But wait, it is easy, and you can do it too. So here we have it, our homemade, real mac and cheese. Really easy. So I'll see you next time on Karen's Kitchen Easy.